Has Kobe hit the floor? That's the topic of this video. That's what today's video is about. I know you guys are going to be shocked that somebody who loves Jordan and talks so much about Jordan is going to do a video about Kobe Bryant, but I think it's time to ask the question, and I think the answer is yes. I think the Kobe Bryant stuff that we're going to look at today has hit the floor and has started to make a run back. We're going to look at some Kobe Bryant cards that have sold this month. Cards that matter, cards that mean something, cards where there's enough of them out there where we can actually look at some graphs on Card Ladder and draw some conclusions and about the data. So we're not talking about Logo Man one-of-one autos. We can't really compare that to anything. So we're going to talk about some cards that mere mortals could obtain, maybe with a small home equity line of credit on their house. And I think I'm going to come to the conclusion, based on what I'm about to show you guys, you may agree that I think Kobe Bryant cards have come all the way back to the bottom, but have started to bounce and return on an up and to the right trajectory. Let me know what you think. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video, and you Kobe collectors are happy that I'm finally talking about Kobe Bean Bryant. If you've got a bunch of unwanted inventory that you've been sitting on for days, weeks, months, years, ship it to Fanatics Marketplace and let them do all the work. Just make sure when you ship it, you use the promotional code Cajun, all capital letters, C-A-J-U-N. Hey, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana. And as I mentioned in the intro, today is a Kobe Bryant video start to finish. I know that's shocking, but we're going to spend about 10, 12, 15 minutes talking about 5 Kobe Bryant cards that I've sort of picked at random. I'll be quite honest with you, at random. I went into Card Ladder, and let me just screen share here. I went into Card Ladder. I searched Kobe Bryant only since August 1st. So I'm recording this on August 27th. You'll probably see it on the 28th or 29th. I only wanted to look at Kobe cards that have sold for more than $500 in the last 27 days. And there's 744 to choose from. I've got it sorted by price. Like I mentioned in the intro, we're not going to look at the Logo Man auto. We're not going to look at this crazy upper deck, serial number to 8 exquisite collection patch auto. We're not going to look at the crazy Mystique film at 11, which you guys may have heard me talk about in the Fanatics Premiere recap video that sold for $84,000 to a good friend of mine over on the West Coast. We're not even going to talk about his PMGs. We're going to talk about some Kobe Bryant cards that really pop, that really matter, that are actually obtainable. Now, are they low-end cards? No, they're not low-end cards. So these are still big boy cards, but we're going to talk about 5 Kobe Bryant cards. And the interesting thing about these 5 cards is they're all on the uptick. They all seem to have hit the floor, but we're going to wait for the next comp to substantiate that assertion. And then there's one scary, frightening thing that all 5 of these cards have in common. Stay tuned till the end of the video, and I will reveal what that strange anomaly is. All right, card number 1. Here we go, the 2018 Prism. What is this? A 23rd year gold Prism Kobe Bryant card. It's from 2018. It's a quad gem. It's not even a PSA 10 like everybody who collects ultramodern cards wants. It's a BGS 9.5 and an unbelievably beautiful color match card. How nice is it that Kobe wears yellow and wears gold and purple, and gold in the Panini era just happened to be usually serial number to 10. Really nice color match options here. This is a Pop 9 card in a BGS 9.5. Check out the growth. On June 16th, this card sold for, June 16th last year, this card sold for $10,000 on the nose. Last sale, $19,200. It was on Fanatics Weekly. I think in fact, I know for sure that I talked about it in my Fanatics Weekly Monday recap. That was on August 11th. So the card has jumped from $10,000 to $19,200. Hold that thought. Big Kobe card, low pop card, serial number to 10 really matters. It's always fun to look in here and see how many times it's been graded. It's a serial number to 10 card. It's only been graded 18 times. Okay, so we always like to look at that. It's kind of funny to talk about. Okay, so there's card number 1, example number 1. Hit the floor, had come down all the way to 10,000. Really took a big jump there, 92% jump. Okay, this one, not as big a jump here. And the buyer of this card is a viewer of the channel and a subscriber, and he messaged me, and he was almost like apologetic about maybe he overpaid. I'm like, dude, you didn't overpay. We're about to talk about on this video. I think you did a great job. Now, did it run from the last sale? Yes. So check this out. This is his Kobe's Rookie Atomic Refractor R23. It is a pop 37, so a little bit higher pop, but a rookie card, not a 23rd year gold prism parallel. This card jumped 20% over the last 2 years, but more importantly, the last sale was almost the same as that 2018 gold prism BGS 9.5. It was right at $10,000, and then this sale last night for $17,400. That's like over a 70% jump from last sale to this sale, and this looks to be a meandering sort of downward decline all the way to a little bit below $10,000, but this card jumped from just shy of 10 all the way up to 17,400, and this was very recently. This was Sunday night, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, August 25th. Also on the Fanatics weekly auction as well. Another card, I think it was number 2, and I talked about it in the the Fanatics weekly auction breakdown. All right, card number 3, another one. This is probably my favorite card that we're going to look at today. This is his 1996 Ultra Gold Medallion. I love the image. I love how young Kobe looks in the picture. And then, of course, I love the bedazzled gold foil script. It's just awesome. Everything about this card is bananas. The fact that it's a PSA 10 is bananas in my book because these things were impossible to grade. I picked up a lot of these cards in a recent Raw collection that I purchased up in the great state of Connecticut. And let me tell you, everything 96 Ultra was a disaster to grade. The edges chipped so easily. That's why it's a pop 6. Look at this. So this card in the last 2 years also up 20%. Last sold for $86.01. Now $10,350. A nice, reasonable, organic up into the right jump of 20% from one comp just a couple of months ago, 4 months ago. 4 months and 2 days ago, from $86.01 all the way up to $10,350. So that is Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C. Let's keep going, right? Similar kind of card. We're talking about is 1996 Rookie Skybox Rubies. This is card number 55. There's another Skybox Rubies, which is sort of a subset card, but this would be his, true Skybox Premium Rookie card, Rubies Parallel. And this card here is not in the Card Ladder database, so we got to do our damage up here on the Card Ladder sales history. So I've got it sorted backwards by date sold, PSA 10s only. The pop on this card is 18. So again, not like there's a million of these gems hanging out there. The last sale was $92.91, and that was in January of this year. Here we are 8 months later. It sold for $10,000. So an $800 jump there, which is about 8% jump as well. So that is Exhibit D. Exhibit E is going to be a 2003 Topps Chrome Kobe Gold Refractor. Gold this year was serial number 299. Here's your card. Here's your Card Ladder sales history. This card most recently sold for $6,406 on March 30th, 2024. 3 months, 4 months, 5 months later, what is that? 5 months later, the card sold on Probstein on eBay for $7,800. That's a big jump of about $1,394. That's a really big jump right there. That's about a 35 something like that % jump, okay? So that is Exhibit E. So 5 straight cards. Right? I've got them on your screen. All 5 of these cards seem to have hit the floor, seem to have hit rock bottom, and seem to be bouncing back. I didn't want to choose the biggest of the big. I didn't want to choose, $100 cards or $200 cards that sell all over the place. I wanted to choose some cards that, like, if you really wanted to say, I believe in Kobe, I believe he's hit the floor, I believe his cards have started to jump back, I think it's a good time to get in and start a Kobe PC and or just invest if you're a flipper type. If you're just the flipper vortex type and you want to jump in, I wanted to pick the types of cards that you would have no trouble whatsoever moving at a card show. And I think this, and this all qualify under that criteria. These are cards that nobody would have any trouble moving. I could put any of these 5 cards on Instagram. First of all, they think I got hacked because I don't collect Kobe. But if I put these on Instagram and said, for sale at the last comp, I think these things move like lightning quick, right? Now, what do these 5 cards have in common? There's one unfortunate, fateful flaw, and I don't mean to rain on the parade. I'm not here to spread doom and gloom. It's just something to remind people about. Yes, the last 2 years, up 92%. The last 2 years, up 20%. The last 2 years, up 20%. The last sale, up, whatever percent. The last sale, up whatever percent. All of those are great. But why don't we take a little step back and look at the last all-time graph? Here's the problem. Now you're talking about a $19,000 card that somebody is into for $108,000, right? So there's always two sides to every story. The question is, we've seen Jordan come back from 2021 bubble. It's receded, it's hit a floor, and Jordan usually leads the way in the market. Not to sound, arrogant, but Jordan usually leads the way. Brady, Bonds, fill in the blank, Kobe Bryant, Steph Curry, everybody follows Jordan. Jordan's usually the first one to drop, the first one to rise, and then everybody just kind of follows in line. Well, we see Jordan is eclipsed 2021 prices, right? So are the Kobe collectors, are the LeBron collectors thinking, hey, we've hit the floor, now we're going to follow in Jordan card footsteps, and we're going to also eclipse our 2021 bubble prices? I'm not sure. I don't know. I want to get your comments. That's a long way to go, man, to get from 19,000, which is 20% up from, that's way up, actually, from 10,000 to 19,000. It's almost 100% up. It's doubled basically between the last two comps. To get all the way to 108,000 is really asking a lot. I don't know if we ever get back to that 2020. I'm assuming that was 2021 number. I guess I should look it up. Yeah, 2021, of course. Here we are again. This was the chart on the Atomic Refractor rookie, of course, right? And we looked at the 2 years. Hey, that's great. There's a lot of data points on this, so I feel even better about this. It's not just a one-off. We've seen this happen. This card's up 20% based on the last comp off of Fanatics Weekly over the last 2 years. But where was it? Well, here we are again. We got the same dilemma. This is a $56,000 card, right? So not quite as big a disparity as the card we just looked at, the 2018 Gold 9.5. But this Atomic Refractor PSA 10 was once a $56,000 card, came all the way crashing back, all the way down here as low as what, like maybe $11,000, $12,000, something, $7,800. Now it's back up to 17. Will it get all the way back to 62? I don't know if it can do that, right? That's the highest price ever paid was 62,730. So almost the exact same trajectory as the for those first two cards. Here we are again, same type of card, same approximate value, $10,000 card, up 20% over the last 2 years, which is basically just two comps. What if we back it out and we look at the graph? Here we are again. This one's not nearly as bad. 22,000 was the absolute peak, and that was in the peak of the bubble peak. And so March 31st, 2021 was probably the absolute peak of the absolute peak for most sports cards, right? Notwithstanding the Jordan stuff. That one hit 22. This one's already back at 10. So this one's got 10 grand to go. This one only needs to double to get back. It's not like the other ones where it has to go 7, 8x, 10x, whatever, right? So again, though, remember where we were in 2021. Kobe is trying to fight off the floor and start rising up and to the right. What about the Skybox Premium Rubies? Same drill. We said it was up from the last sale. It is. But look where the card has been. If we go back and sort by price, I bet it's going to be 2021. What a surprise. It was just after first quarter of 2021. It was a $42,000 card. Now it's 1/4. So it's got to 4x, right? Or 3x to get back to 4x. Yeah, it's got to go up $30,000 more dollars, right? 300% to get back to $40,000. So I don't know if it can do that. That is a lot of track left on the track. And then the last card is the 2003 Topps Chrome Gold Refractor PSA 10. Same kind of deal. This one's actually up more than the last two comps combined. But if we sort by price, guess what? 2021, right after the first quarter of the bubble, it was a $60,000 card, and now it is a $7,800 card, and that was a good comp. Okay, so this one, more than any other card, really has a lot of work to do to get back to 2021 prices. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know what to think. I don't spend as much time swimming in the Kobe waters as a lot of you guys do that watch the channel. I know a lot of the folks that watch the channel collect Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Iverson, Vince Carter, all these great guys that, the Steph Currys, the Kevin Durant's, all these guys that played in the 90s and in the 2000s. And I'm more Jordan centric. So I might be missing something here, but if I was a Kobe buyer, if I was a Kobe collector or a Kobe investor, I would feel pretty confident based on, look, again, it's a small sample size. It's just 5 cards, but they're all in kind of that mid-price range. I guess some people call these high-end cards, but look, we saw Kobe cards sell for $1 million this month as well. So these are probably what I would call mid cards, cards that you can get, cards that are not impossible to attain. These are not one-of-ones. These are not logo mans. These are not, PMGs, which sell in the 6-figure deal. These are cards that you can get your hands on. I feel very confident just from this 5-card sample size in saying I think cards like this, I'm not saying his 2018 Silver Prism PSA 10 Pop 800 or whatever is going to be going up, and maybe that hasn't hit the floor yet, but these types of meaningful Kobe Bryant cards that people would love to put in their collection, these types of cards would form the grail of many collectors out there. If they are a Kobe collector, these would be the foundational piece, the grail piece of many collections out there, because they are valuable. Some of them are 5 figures and high 5 figures. I think we've hit it, man. I think the Kobe cards have hit the floor, and they are up and to the right. And I think if we looked at some similar types of cards for LeBron James, we might see the same thing. Steph Curry, we might see the same thing. And like I said, what we've seen in the past is that when Jordan rises, everybody seems to follow. And it even transcends the sport of basketball into football, baseball, hockey. Sometimes you see Jordan pull because he'll lead the market because he is the biggest collector base. There is no question about that. From a player collector standpoint, he is the biggest collector base, and so you will see him pull other cards up with him. Now, I don't know if that Jordan leads the way theory is going to apply to Wembanyama, right? Because he's an active player. He is doing things on the court. His cards are overpriced out of the gate, so he's got a lot to overcome. All of Victor Wembanyama's stuff is already baked in. But guys who have retired that aren't going to play any more games, like a Kobe, LeBron is still playing too, but his legacy is solidified. It's cemented. It's not going to change. He's never going to be 1. He's never going to be 3. He's LeBron James. I don't think his, I say that, but if somehow he stumbles into a championship, obviously his cards could rise as well. But you get my point. LeBron stuff is what it is. His resume is more than complete in comparison to anybody else that's ever played the game. So I think the Kobes, the LeBrons, Curry is at the tail end. He doesn't need to win another championship to be recognized as Steph Curry, one of the 10 greatest players that ever lived. I think that Jordan leads the way on cards like that. I think we've seen the bottom. We saw it a while back with Jordan, and now we're starting to see it with Kobe and LeBron and some of these other folks. Let me know what you think in the comments. Again, it's a small sample size, so don't shoot the messenger. I'm not here telling people to go buy Kobe Bryant. I'm not going to buy Kobe Bryant, but it is nice, and I just wanted to do something really friendly and polite for all of the Kobe Bryant collectors out there, because he's in my top 10, right there next to Tim Duncan and right around the Bird and the Magic, Shaquille O'Neal area. And so some people find that to be very offensive that I don't mention Kobe amongst the Rushmore. Well, I just don't. But that being said, I wanted to do a nice little video about Kobe Bryant. So I think this is some good news, and I don't think I'm really necessarily pumping rainbows and sunshine up your butt. I think there's some good looking stuff happening with Kobe Bryant cards. It's just got a long way to go to get back to 2021 prices. Thank you guys as always for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. Peace.